Welcome back to my sketchbook. Last week I redesigned a character of mine named Dex, and if you haven't seen it, I'll have a link because I'm about to spoil it for you. Bam! No, that's not it. Wait. Bam! And today what I want to do is draw all three of our little girl gang together with their colors and see how the new design works out and if it fits into the theme really well. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so I have sketches that I really like on the back of that page, so we're going to focus colors over here. I want to make sure I draw all three of them. First we'll start really small so we can see the colors next to each other. I'm going to draw them sort of standing together like a girl band. I think I also talked about last week that I might like to redesign Scoot. So I think today will be a good experiment to see if that's what I'm going to need to do. When I see them all together, I'll know for sure if I need to redesign her. I've actually been drawing Dex outside of my sketchbook, so I'd say the redesign was successful. Renewed the excitement. Oh, we can't forget Skidmark, the doggy. Who would have thought Wheels would be the last person I draw? She used to be my favorite. Still working on learning how to draw helmets. They're coming along. Now Wheels. And then with this thumbnail, I'm going to test all the colors. We'll probably have to draw more in case I want to change some things up. Hopefully at the end here we can draw like a really big one and just really show off their personalities a little bit more, because like right now they're obviously just sort of standing there. I like how they all have like different elements, but they all have something that kind of connects them to each other. Circle, heart, square. That'd be funny if like the faces on their shirts change emotions depending on the emotion on their own face. So now I have those little sketches for, that's a kind of a detailed thumbnail, but still. Lighten the sketch. Use our fine liner and just add in all the lines. I'm really simplifying the shapes with this because we're drawing so small. You can't only get away with so much. I'm starting on the left and moving to the right so that I don't put my hand and smudge the pencil before I get to it. Unlike how I sketched it. There's one roller skate. I've gotten pretty good at drawing rollerblades that look like rollerblades. Before they used to just look like really weird roller skates, but I think I've figured it out. It's just the wheels go a little bit further back than you're expecting. Actually, wait, that should all be forward a little bit, and then there's the extra piece in the back for like helping you brake. I did that wrong. Ignore it. They look like you're holding hands. That should do it. Now we can figure out the colors here. So it shouldn't be that troublesome. Here I've got turquoise, green light, pastel pink, and sunflower. These are Oahu brush markers. I can swatch these. Yeah, we got space. So you can kind of see them next to each other. That's the main color scheme of their friendship. So each of their designs has some element of at least two of those colors. And then when they stand together, it brings the color scheme together really nice. I can also use like slight variations of the same colors if I need them. So we can start with Dex. We know exactly what she's supposed to look like thanks to these sketches here. So I used that BG4 mint blue for the sleeves. I used this one for stripes. It'll be a little difficult because we're drawing so small. And then I used yellow for her socks. Oop, not that one. This one. Oh, and then I used this cool gray for her biker shorts. I layered that with the turquoise. Nope, helmet was yellow. Whoa. Almost really messed that up. Her hair, I think I used the dark turquoise. And actually layered it with the cool gray. So last time I used honey as the skin tone for Dex. Sunflower. So her mane is yellow and pink. Her mane is turquoise with yellow. And then she is pink and turquoise. That must be Wheels. R18. She's got a nice tan. I think I want her biker shorts to be a little darker. I'm gonna layer them with that same gray over again. And that's also her skateboard color. And then I think she has yellow wheels. Jumping all over the place with these, aren't I? Might want a different yellow. That looks... It's not as perky as I feel like yellows can be. Oh, I wanted her to have band-aids on her knees. I'll just draw a little something to remember. Action. Actually, you know what would be cute is yellow ties on her sweatshirt. That is our accent color, so if there's accents, we should be using it, right? Originally, she always had a pink romper. I think I am gonna go ahead and do that again. So wait, she has a white shirt, she has white pants, she could have white socks or a white romper. Those are the options. Because I wanted to bring more white into it because I feel like they both have a lot of white. And before she had, I think, 0. Yeah, I don't think there was really any white in her design at all. And I feel like that's gonna help group them together a bit more. Although maybe I should just color her the way I've always colored her, and then we can make changes from there. Because I'm kind of just working from my brain of how it looked. And obviously you probably don't know what I'm talking about, so let me just color her the way I've always, and then we can make changes from there. I think she had light gray skates, actually. I might have to find one lighter than that. I could use the light turquoise. I like that, and then maybe something darker. Let me use that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I really like this color. It's hair, so I use chestnut brown for the hair. This is Y13 if you're looking at your own markers. And then I was going to use mahogany for the skin. Okay, so definitely all the tones are kind of competing, so we're gonna have to use either like lighter pinks, lighter turquoises, that sort of thing. They're all like a similar tone. So yeah, we definitely need to work on her for sure. And kind of like Dex's original design that I didn't like, it has like almost equal parts of 2 different colors. And what I really like about Dex's new design is it's overwhelmingly turquoise with hints of yellow. So I'd like to make this overwhelmingly pink with hints of turquoise, just like she's overwhelmingly yellow with hints of pink. So I'm thinking I want to make the socks white or the romper white and then the socks pink. Either way, it's gonna have almost equal parts of that color, so I'm not too concerned. And if we make the romper white, then we have the pink heart, pink socks, leave the skates almost exactly the same maybe. I'm not trying to like redesign her. We'll leave that for another day. I'm just trying to make the color scheme work, I guess. I thought we'd be able to draw them all together, but we need a little more time. Okay. Same drill. Line art next. I made that neck really long. Oh, that's all I'm gonna see. And now we'll have them side by side, so we'll know if one's better than the other because they'll be right there. Okay, so we can do the skin tone. I really like that. I think that worked really well. The trick I kind of did with the face, so I used mahogany for the skin. So like this, I just color in all the skin tone. And what I like to do with darker skin tones, because it can be similar to your line art color if you're using black, I just like to start a little bit lighter in the face so I can add a little bit more dimension like to the cheeks and stuff, because you can only go so dark, okay? So what I do is I went with a lighter skin tone for the face, which is actually potato brown. And I just color that all in. And it almost blends in pretty well. Like, it's not too different. It's just slightly lighter. So then I can go in with the color that I used for the rest of the skin tone and add in those little blushy bits. This just works pretty well for my style. It's what I like to do. And it'll blend out a little smoother too. Especially if you go back to the lighter skin tone and layer it again. Try it so you don't have to take my word for it. Now, if you're using an art supply that's opaque, you don't need to do that. But not with markers. I already like it with just the white outfit. It kind of looks cool. I like the way it pops. See that contrast I'm talking about? Do I do the white romper, the white socks? Ooh. I might have to draw her again, guys. Not that I'm complaining. I want to draw all 3 of them together. But I feel like I really need to get Scoot's color scheme down a little bit better first. I'm going to try white for the romper, but I'm going to use pink for like the heart. It's more accenty. Or I could use turquoise because turquoise is the accent color. There are no rules. I just want it to turn out good. Why did I pick pink? Well, if that's white, let's do pink socks. Then I'm going to color the shoes exactly the same. So my light turquoise color all over everything. Then I use darker turquoise for the buckles and the wheels, the tongue, and the bottom. Okay. And then if I put like pink in this heart, and maybe give her some kind of stripe. Like we've done diagonal, horizontal, we haven't done vertical stripes. So no, I feel like it is missing something. It's maybe too much white. I'm like so hesitant. I'm like trying to convince myself. It'll turn out just fine. Just do it. Oh, I did it. Oop, one of those was way bigger than the others. Okay. I honestly kind of really like that. Especially if I do the same thing on the sleeves. Ooh, Ooh, so now there's white, but it's not like overwhelming amounts of white. And then there's more contrast in her design than on this one. And I didn't even have to use lighter turquoises. I just used less of the turquoise. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So now her color looks more overwhelmingly pink, which is what I was looking for. And obviously there's room for change in the future if I redesign her outfit and everything. The one problem I still have with her outfit, I don't know if it's the heart, but hers looks like you could buy it in the kids department, and whereas their outfits look like you might be able to find it elsewhere. So that would be my reasoning for changing her outfit maybe in the future. I kind of want to do it right now, but I said I was going to draw all 3 of them together. I see them as being kids, like no older than 14 max. So probably a little younger than 14. Kids sizes do go up to 14, whether they want to wear them or not. I mean, technically she fits into the category. So maybe she just feels most comfortable in those clothes. I don't know. I still need to work out like the story. Again, it's like flowing through my head, but I don't think it's like something too exciting. It's just more like fun, you know. Middle school drama. As fun as that is. But you know, with bright colors. Oh, one day I want to draw them older. That would be really fun too. Maybe subdue the colors a little bit and make their outfits more mature. That would be fun. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Working in this page right now. I keep doing huge ears. I'll tone them down, I promise. Also the hair thing. Do I want the heart to be that big? I guess I just don't know what kids do these days. I might bring that romper waist up a bit. Although I don't want it to compete with... I mean, she's so tall it shouldn't, but... Again, this falls under those category of I want them to all look similar, but not the same. I might just have to keep working on their designs more in the future. But for now, I think I'll just leave it as is. And leave myself something exciting to do in the future. So maybe they're just right on the cusp of wanting to start wearing the teenager clothes, which is why they're wearing clothes that are too big and wearing the outfits from the kids department, like the biker shorts and that skirt. So there's like a mix of both. Right on the edge there. Did I find a way to weasel out of the problem? I really want to color this sketch, but I'm not willing to give up these ones. Man, and I knew it and I did it anyway. I mean, I guess we should move back over this side so I can color things. What we really need to do is like draw them hugging and being friends. Woo! I'm gonna draw their bodies as one big square and then connect all their heads together. Then, we'll figure this out. Drawing people touching, I've heard, is like one of the hardest things in the world because you have to draw all their faces and stuff like the same size, and then you have to draw them interacting. And if one obviously is a different proportion than the other, then it's gonna be obvious. So I guess we'll put Scoot's the tallest, so I guess she can go in this one right here. This could be Dex, and then this will be Wheels. Happy Wheels. I kind of see her like hugging herself like this while they're hugging. And then she can and Scoot can have her one arm coming down like this. She looks a little too motherly. That's another thing that can be tricky, is just because you have a taller character, they'll look older. That's not really the case here just because we're not drawing their bodies. But you want to like keep in mind like the proportions of different age groups. I think there's this book, I think it was by Tom Bancroft, Fundamentals of Animation or something. And he kind of talks about the kind of like universal way of drawing people in different age groups and how to kind of get away with it and have it read really well to your audience. And I would suggest looking into that. One of the ways that they suggest drawing teenagers is just being like really lanky. Obviously not all teenagers are lanky, and so if you draw them so it looks like they're kind of like their body like just grew really fast and like they weren't ready for it sort of look. That's kind of what I was thinking with some of these. So oh, where do we put her helmet? That's not gonna be fun to hug with. We'll come back to that. Sorry, Dex. Oh, somebody commented, they're like, wow, they have really weird names, kind of thing, like as if Dex, Wheels, and Scoot were their real names. Birth-given names by their parents. No, that's not the case. These are nicknames that they call each other. I thought that was pretty clear. Ooh, where do we put our other ponytail? See, this is why drawing people interacting is so tricky. Then we also have to draw their outfits in shapes that just standing there doesn't usually provide. She's so scrunched up. So when you hug yourself, you usually put your hands up here. At least that's how I do it. My daily hugging sessions. Okay. Now it kind of just leaves Dex. And I probably should have her holding Skid. Gonna kind of change it up a bit. Put the dog right here. Gonna have his little paws. Oh, that helmet again. That helmet again! I think I did a pretty good of getting their heads all kind of proportionate with each other. Some people can just have larger heads too. That's natural. So it's only off by a smidge. It's not usually too big a deal. Sit on top of her head. But it can't go in front of Scoot because then it's like going through her head. That doesn't really work. I guess we'll just draw without the helmet. Maybe she took it off for the hug. I mean, hats are not permanently attached to people's heads. They are removable. I don't really have room to draw Scoot's arms. She seems to be bodiless. Or at least gives her, you know, a body. What a waste. I put all that time into figuring out what her outfit looks like and you can't even see it. Well, I messed up. We're gonna have to draw more after this anyway. Figures. That's just my luck. Maybe if we draw a little bit more of their body, it'll show up. Maybe we could find it in here. Body in here. Okay, she's in here somewhere. Her legs. Yeah, you don't really see her outfit. Let's be honest. Should have put her in the front so we could showcase that new outfit. Oh well. They look happy. That's what matters. Let's go ahead and add some liner. Probably start in the bottom right again just because it's getting a lot of smudge. I have still yet to decide whether I want her buttons on the right side or the left side of the seam. So they move around. Oh, look at your face. Wheels. Can give her a bit of a double chin because she's scrunching up. Where's her other ponytail? It's just completely obliterated, didn't it? Uh-oh, I drew that hand without a sketch. Not advisable. She still has these like friendship bracelets, if I remember correctly. They all should have friendship bracelets because they're friends. This moment of realization. The whole Scoot thing's bothering me, so let's just finish this up so I can draw them again. I'm not gonna give up. We're gonna take this as a learning experience. Give her some helmet hair so it's like really flat on the top and then it kind of comes out. It's kind of funny. I didn't draw his feet. Well, this drawing's all sorts of messed up. I'm not loving the floating head aspect, but you already know that. I've spoken my mind on that. I have to though, because I want to experiment and see how the colors all look bumping up into each other and being compressed like this, and see if you can kind of even tell what's going on, or if the colors compete in that way. So for that purpose, it's worth continuing. Using all the same colors as I did before. All I have to do is apply them. I think next time I'm gonna color in Skid with Wheels' skin tone, just so those are a little bit separated, because right now they look very similar. Which makes sense because I use the same color for both. And color in Scoot. What we can. We use the same technique of building up colors, just so that I have more control. It ends up looking, I think, pretty much the same at the end, but it gives me more control of where it looks like what. It looks a little bit different in full application versus a thumbnail. Blend that out. And you can just keep layering a light color to get a dark color too. It's pretty well that way. Next, I'm coloring in the hair. Can't forget the eyebrows. Potato brown for her hair. Pink, 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 pink. Oh, I totally forgot Wheels' scalp hair. Oh shoot, I forgot her part. She has a middle part. Oh well. Moving on. This should work for a pug, I think. Don't you think? Don't you think? Pugs come in a couple different shades, so like either would probably work. I just want to make sure these two tones aren't too similar, because that's the problem we're having right now. Blendy, blendy, blend. Do the same thing here. I'm using the honey color for a little blush on Wheels, and then I blend it out with the pastel peach. Yeah, so there's definitely not enough pink in this illustration, and that's because we don't see enough of Scoot. I can tell you that right now. Let me try to thumbnail some more ideas, kind of like this one, so that when we move on to like another page or another piece of paper, we can draw them together and see all of them. So I'm gonna like kind of keep it inside a square. So we can either give them sitting, or like one cute one I did was, I really like this one where they're like telling a secret. I would also really like to be able to see the wheels, you know? So if we just kind of sit them down again. That's usually how I draw them. Kind of on the edge of a skate park or something. I want to really show their personalities. And I don't know if their personalities are all that well fleshed out. So that makes it difficult. Kind of how I've always imagined it beforehand was Scoot is like feminine, independent, and kind of like a born leader. And then we have Dex, who's a bit more, who's less feminine. And I don't really have any other personality traits for her at this point. I guess she loves animals, but who doesn't? And then Wheels is hopelessly optimistic, positive, and just loves people. So maybe we'll make Dex a little bit more shy. Give a leader. And then we have friendly. So that's like their gut instinct, like obvious trait, and then they obviously can have other ones after that. So if I want their personality traits to show through when I'm drawing them, I should really try to show that main trait the most, you know? That's probably why I always draw her with the hand on a hip, because that's like the power pose. Let's try another one, keeping those personality traits in mind. What we could do is draw like Dex sitting there. Kind of like that with like her skateboard across her legs. So I also want to make sure we actually include, you know, their modes of transportation. And then you can put little doggy right in the center, sitting on the skateboard. So maybe she's sitting on something here. And then obviously we should probably put Scoot standing there, like she's offering a proposition. And then down here we'll put Wheels bending over and being the super friendly one and inviting her to be their friend. Something like that, I don't know. Like, you should come skate with us. Actually, wait. I think I have a way that'll frame this better. So basically Wheels just sits down next to her without asking. Like, hello, best friend. And she's like, who the heck are you? And then we'll put Scoot bending down, being more reasonable and saying, hey, you're really awesome. Wouldn't hanging out with us be more fun? We like similar things. And you have a really cute dog. I don't know. I don't know. How do people make friends? Another idea would be to just have them carrying their stuff. So like, I can draw a head up sort of view, but like if Scoot's here, she can just be holding, I think I did this in her artist trading card that I made. Just have her holding her roller skates and have them just walking, maybe with ice cream or something. So they're like walking back home. She could be holding her skateboard. Doesn't really leave us room for doggy, unless Wheels holds holding. Wheels could be holding Skid. Boy, kind of like that. I feel like that works pretty well. Even though all their faces kind of look like a potato at this point. Better. It also frames it better. I do think that's the best of what I've come up with so far. And that'll showcase their outfits a little bit more. And if it does hide an outfit, it hides Wheels' outfit. And I think I know what Wheels' outfit looks like. I've drawn that plenty of times. I'm going to just redraw that one more time. We don't need the box though, I don't think. It's hard with 3 characters too, because it's like, where do you start? So I got her like walking, holding her. I also had her holding an ice cream. Also walking and talking. And then Wheels down here. So it kind of like has this diagonal point of interest. And then I always put Dex's hand in the pocket a little bit. A less approachable vibe. Like she's closed off a bit. It also kind of gives a little bit of a easygoing vibe, which I'm not sure if she is. And Wheels would probably have Converse. Although maybe Wheels just doesn't take off her wheels. That's another option. I kind of like that better with the feet. I think we will include the feet. Now, instead of like double skipping pages so I can do color again, I might just jump to an outside piece of paper. I've got this tall piece of cardstock I feel like I've been looking for an occasion to use. Grab a pencil! But their feet all fit inside this little rug. But it's not a rug. It's just a plane of existence. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous here. Let me just draw out Scoot. Make sure I've got the proportions right. Okay, let me try to fit the other ones in here too. So let's see. If we have this diagonal line here for their eyes, put Dex here. Just kind of trying to block out the shapes, making sure they all fit. Takes a little bit longer because there are so many characters. There's my skateboard. That way we could throw a little skid in here somewhere. Figure him out. He goes in this little computer over here. She looks like she has a secret to tell. Dex seemed to come pretty easily. Kind of wanted to have her bending a bit over. See, and this way we're going to kind of showcase all of their outfits. And I'm really happy. Hopefully this paper handles the markers well. Let's remember her hair part this time. You know, sometimes life just ain't fair. Sometimes your body doesn't get drawn. Sometimes you're the only one with the ice cream. Let's take out that kneaded eraser. Elbow pads. Shoot, 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 shoot. Should I just draw them in with the line art? That's dangerous. Ooh, let's erase that and see if that actually turned out, because I think it might have. Strange, Dex came the easiest in this go around, which means character design must be pretty awesome if it instills that much confidence in me when I draw it. The eraser shavings. The things I do for cute erasers. I'm done! I'm done with the line art! Holy moly, drawing 3 characters takes 3 times as long as drawing 1. Who would have ever thunk? Wheels is definitely the weakest of this illustration, and I never thought I would say that. But let's start throwing in the colors. I don't think it'll actually take that long because I have them all picked out. So I'm just gonna pick up a color and just use whichever one I end up with. I feel this like a coloring, but... Well, I think I used a lighter yellow. Wait. No, yeah. Oh, we forgot the Band-Aid. Got it. That was yellow. Then I think I used a lighter yellow. I think that's it for the yellow and everything. Like these socks, which is our largest element of pink. Let's try and do this well. I'm gonna try to get even width stripes. Good enough. Turquoise. This is the lighter turquoise, so this color's in here. Ooh, look how nice that looks next to that yellow. Ooh, pretty. Color them in completely light turquoise, and then I layer other things on top of that. And her little biker shorts. Now I need the dark turquoise color. Color in these things. And the wheels, I believe, as well. And since the shoes we haven't colored before, I'm going to keep them pretty simple and just make sure they fit into their color scheme. I'm using the chisel for these stripes because it gives you a much more uniform stripe. Oh, I also have to color in her hair. Guess she dyes her eyebrows too. Oh shoot, I was gonna do something different. We'll go back. I also like that the Band-Aid kind of just breaks up that solid skin tone. Seems like the perfect color for an ice cream cone. Skin, and then I was gonna try it on the pug. Oh yeah, I think I like that way better. It also adds more contrast between the dark bits and the light bits. Just an overall puggier color. Kind of trying a similar technique that I do with her skin tone on her face. She just looks like an old lady. I think it's the dimples. Lots of people have dimples, so that doesn't really make sense. This paper, the markers bleed. Like, I did not color inside the eyeballs, but it's moving into there because I layered so much. Potato brown. I don't always like to draw the hairlines because sometimes a dark hairline can look really harsh. So I didn't. And that's all I have to say about that. Let's do this. I'm just doing the lighter brown first. And then we'll go over with that mahogany color next. Mahogany. Gets you a richer color too. Blend it out. There we go. That should be pretty matchy-matchy. Alright, I think I'm done. I might add some gray to the skateboard. This is supposed to be the more decorative side of the skateboard, but just so it doesn't clash with anything, I'm just gonna color it in just flat. That's all, folks. There we go. All done. There you can see all of them all together. Here's some of the other stuff we did. Ta-da! Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed filling a sketchbook spread with me and putting together my original characters into one piece. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!